Hi, this is Kevin with Map Practical. Just want to show you real quick some of the uses of the selection tools. They're really important in Illustrator, obviously, because you can't really manipulate an object unless you can select it. So we'll move it right up here and then zoom in a bit so you can see what's going on. Okay, so the first tool that we want to take a look at is the selection tool. When you hover over the top of these, it tells you what the tool name is. It also shows you the keyboard shortcut. So if you just hit V, you can get this tool. So this tool allows you to manipulate objects by these toggles on the corner. It kind of really distorts the object. You can see there. Go back to normal. You can do it by the side as well. If you don't want to distort your object, then you just want to hold down the Shift and it'll constrain the proportions. But you see it's anchored from the opposite corner that I'm stretching. If you want it to actually enlarge from the center, we're going to hold down Shift and then Alt, and then it's going to enlarge from the center. Okay, I'm just using the Control Z undo to get back to my normal state. So the other tool is the direct selection tool, and it's the white one here. If you hit A, you will get that tool. And what it allows you to do is actually select individual nodes that are on your piece of vector artwork. So I just selected this little node here, and now I can grab and manipulate its toggles. I can move it in and out and do all those type of things. Okay. Moving on back. If you wanted to manipulate these toggles and keep them constrained, you would hold down the Shift while you grab one of these toggles, and that's going to keep it and make it go straight down. And I could do it here, and that way we've got just the corner cut off of this. So for example, if I were to try and do this without holding down Shift, it's really hard to hold on to these toggles and they want to move all over the place and twist you up. So that's another way that you can constrain the movements as you go about it. Okay, moving back to that selection tool with our toggles, another thing that it'll do for you is it'll allow you to turn objects. So we can grab and turn. And you can't really see that too well, obviously, if we got a perfectly round object. So I'm just going to fly back to my direct select, and then so I clicked on this little node. I'm going to hit delete, and away it goes. Now I have a half circle. Go back to V, which is my selection tool, and now I can move this thing around in circles. And you can do this with any object. Sometimes you want to move exactly on 45 or 90s, so I'm going to hold down Shift while I do this, and it's going to do 45, and that's at a perfect 45, or hold down Shift and rotate it again, and it's at a perfect 90. Okay, so now if I wanted to duplicate the object I'm working on, and this works with either tool, both selection tools, I'm going to hold down Alt, and you see how I get the double arrows, and this will allow me to drag a copy of that object right there. And then select that one, hold down Alt, drag a copy down here, and then I'm going to hold down Shift and rotate it, and there we go, got a little happy face. So those are some of the intricacies of the selection tools. Get in there and start working with them, and you'll pick it up pretty quick. Thanks a lot.